the Texas A&M Aggies and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this, this is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Hurricanes will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for space. It's Owens. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. And an explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Might as well give it to him again. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
Quick completion on the out route. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guys...
Maybe a crease. He rumbles and rolls all the way to the 4-yard line before he steps out of bounds. The Aggies have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
And they just couldn't find the hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. They're fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
A give to Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Mensah steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the K's come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Missed the connection on 2nd, now looking at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. It's caught downfield. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Hurricanes are marching down the field. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage. Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
It doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened. And the defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Owens. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Morrow. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator, because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it again. Got enough for the first. Got a little grass. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. Here he comes with the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Right down the middle. Finds his man open. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here's Mensah to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay. On the ground, it's Owens. Got enough for the first.
busts through behind his pad. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 10. Touchdown, Aggie. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Throwing, Mensah. Going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Got a little space. Makes it past the marker. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Texas A&M going up tempo. Running the red zone. It's Edwards. Finding some room. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Mensah. Going for it all. He's got it way down the field. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. And you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Slings it downfield. He's open on the right. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Quickly complete. Touchdown, K3ltys. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. Texas A&M going quickly. Right back to it. Running to Green. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. On the ground, it's Edwards. Runs through the tackle. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Reed looking to take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. Looking for more room. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left.
And the ball slipped out. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Aggies will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that,
wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Looking for a gap. It's Owens. There's a crease. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Aggies want to move quickly. From the red zone, it's Owens. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
and I think being down 14, you can...
He's got it along the sideline. He's loose on the right. The 10. Touchdown, Miami. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On the run, it's Morrow. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll run it again. And they'll knock him down for a 5-yard loss.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. punt is on its way. Wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Here's Mensah to throw. Looking to scramble. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Direct snap. It's Fletcher. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds space on the right. Lots of room to run. Sees him in open space. An opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing, Mensah. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Looking to fire. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
That getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying play action. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He unleashes a long one. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Here's Reed to throw. The quick out. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop.
Here's a little room there. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking for room, it's Edwards. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
The option look. And they get him down.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit? When he's not scared to come up and tackle. A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Snags it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
And that is how you bring it. You see the ball, you go get it right now, and you bring the wood with some bad intentions.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Making side adjustments here. Looking for the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Mensah. Here's a throw downfield late. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's taking a deep shot. He's got an open man. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. These corners going to give them some space. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing.